YouTube's running. Cool. Nice, Mark.
No, you don't look different. You look like you always do. Good morning. You know, Matt, folks were happier to see that Clyde was back today versus me. So what are you tweaking right now? Which settings?
Was just trying to crank the brightness down.
Can we make everybody panel can we make people why are we why is the chat set the way it is right now? Uh Matt, where's oh here it is. I think I can do that. No, Matt has to do that. Can you make it
I
so
already did.
people can talk to each other?
Already did.
All right. We got to watch this guy. Also, I'm a little dark. I need to I think yeah, I'm a little like one shade too dark. I need to lighten myself up. You need to go darker, I need to go lighter. Vivek says Roger made AbbVie CL all in double digit. Nice. Matt will copy that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love this background. I'm going to keep it for a while.
The beach.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
It does. Raleigh's is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Raleigh's too. Raleigh's is good too. Hope everybody's doing good. I'll just give the room 2 more minutes to fill up. We're going to have our special guest today. No, it's not going to be Clyde. Clyde already made his move. He's already back. Uh, here's Clyde. Where's my picture of Clyde? Where's my Clyde? Here is Clyde. You could see him in full glory. Isn't that great, Matt? Here's gonna be my next animal. Just kidding. Look at the screen, Matt. But Clyde will have to do for now. So are you in a coffee clutch? Are we going to do something or are you in a coffee clutch? I don't know what a coffee clutch is, but I'm just waiting for the room to fill up. Waiting for 2 more minutes for the room to fill up. I always wait about 5 minutes. Anyways, just thought some funny. People were happy about Clyde. No monkey business. That's right. Yeah, the beach background's great. All right, let me pull up my charts. So, real quick, intraday, this QQQs are breaking down. We're back in yesterday's area. I'm suspectful that we're going to make a big breakdown, but we are cooling off a little bit. Also, as I showed you guys, SMH for the third day now could not break the 50-day moving average. Nice, Gaston. Nice. Yeah, I think Oracle, I think once the market straightens out today, it'll start coming back up. But I'm glad you did well on Clorox. I got a couple of emails. Folks did pretty well on Oracle too. Good, Vivek. Good. 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 Yeah, and we got out of Oracle. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? But anyhow, this is a problem right here. This is a problem. Now, a lot of folks were really confused and perplexed uh, why yesterday I decided to go long Oracle. Now I went long Oracle in the room yesterday in the pit, but I want to show you why I went long Oracle. Uh, there you go, Carlos. Uh, I think you're right, Robert. So look, Oracle is breaking above. It pivoted off the 50-day EMA today, 50-day moving average today. It closed above it yesterday. It's not doing what chips are doing. And if you look at Oracle, you will notice that Oracle is a infrastructure stock, software infrastructure stock. if you look at, I got to get a picture of Clyde and put it up here. He makes me so happy. Of him standing on the wall, right, Matt? Wouldn't that be good? Like to hold what, Gaston? Oracle? Yeah, I like Oracle. I'll talk about Charter in a bit, Steve. Ask me a little bit later when I'm doing my analysis, and you know what? I'll put it on my list here. That way I won't forget. HTR. Nice, Adam. Adam, let me post that for everybody. You dipped into Oracle again, did you? You couldn't help yourself, could you now? Mr. Eagle Beagle. Go ahead and post all that, Matt. So I want to show you guys something. It's really important to kind of know what you're getting yourself into. So if you looked, nice, John. Go ahead and repost that one, Matt.
Yeah, I got him.
I know you do. I know. You see technology here. You see how infrastructure is down today. But if you looked at infrastructure yesterday, look at how it closed yesterday. So QQQ yesterday closed like this with a red candle, even though today we made a higher high. Software infrastructure actually closed like this yesterday. And Oracle didn't look bad on a daily. And Oracle had a really good relative strength. That's why I went long Oracle. All right. Stuart says your stealth is up 10% on the freebies. Would you say a few words about the difference of pattern from your other programs? I think that's a statement and a question. So my stealth is up 10% on my freebies. All right. Why don't you go ahead and post that, Matt? That looks pretty good. Would you say a word about difference of pattern from your pattern trader uses Hakanashis and other patterns? We added, the program was doing okay. It wasn't doing amazing. It wasn't doing bad. But then we turbocharged a few things on the pattern trader. And since January, we've had like 50 trades, 50 trades, and we've had a 77% win rate with a profit factor of 1.7. So pattern went from being one of our best programs to being a hell of a program. So if you guys haven't gotten into pattern trader, yeah, those stats we showed you is from, if you take the spreadsheet and you go from January 1st till now, that's how you will get those stats. I always like to look like the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. There's no point going back 2 years. So I kind of like to do that. But anyway, that's the reason why I went long Oracle. I'm explaining myself because I had 2 moon faces. I don't know what a moon face is. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you guys can help me. Can you guys tell me what this is, what it means? Hold on a second. Please, I'm not being sarcastic. Yeah, pattern trader started off really hot. Then it went into a lull, and now it's killing it again. Oh, good to know. Good. I didn't know Jeffrey was bullish on Oracle. So let me show you. I want you guys to tell me what this means, because I don't know what it means. What does this mean? This black, is this black? Is it moon? What exactly does that mean? Is that a good thing? A bad thing? Nice, Miles. 37 on Coca-Cola. Grab that, man. What does that mean? Yeah, Gaston, here, let me show you what they are. Playfulness, dark humor, teasing. I still don't understand what it means. Full moon, does that mean they are not satisfied with the trade? Okay, they're not satisfied with the trade. Well, don't you think you should give me a moon at when we're closing a trade versus opening a trade? I mean, are you so sure? Are you better than me at this that you're thinking at the time I'm opening a trade, you already know whether it's going to be good or not? That's why I didn't get it. I was like, at least tell me that when we have a winner, because it ended up being a good winning trade. Gets you the emojis, all of them. Oh, I see. I never seen that before. Not satisfied, eh? Well, excuse me. But Carlos says, great guidance this morning. After closing Oracle, opening Intel, just post profit. My rider programs are the best. No brainer. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate it. Anyways, I don't know why anybody would do that to me. What I've done to them to deserve. Even on an opening trade, we got some serious connoisseurs here. It's like, give it a break. All right, all right. So, what am I seeing with the market? Why are we having a lot of volatility? Um, what's happening? Well, I'll tell you what's happening right now. What's happening is we have a bunch of retail traders. Institutional traders are mostly out right now. You're seeing um, you're seeing crazy volatility, intraday volatility on the SPY. Here, I'll show you the size of these candles. There's something else. I mean, look at today. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. This is what retail trading looks like, folks. The more institutions you have, the more markets will trend and the more engaged I will be. The less institutions are involved, the less I will be engaged. Nice, Ivano. Nice 50% profit on Clorox. So good to see that you made money on it. And that was a bonus trade too. For those that don't know, we did Clorox as a bonus and we did Oracle as an official trade, and they both made money this morning. All right. I just don't I don't understand what that moon face, black face. I don't know what it means. I was like, I'll ask these people. Maybe they could tell me. Was able to make 25 on VIX trade. You are welcome, Ray. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with the market, but I know that we're not going to have clarity till Friday. So we may be seeing this. We may be seeing this for the next couple of days. I will try to guide you as best as I can, but I am telling you right now that this market is not operating on all four. Everybody's waiting for those minutes because those minutes, not the minutes, excuse me, the minutes won't be that important because so much has shifted from the time of those minutes till now. But I think Friday's speech from the Fed is going to be very, very important. Bart, you took that Walmart trade. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Spreads are very wide right now, Karen, and that's because you have volatility. When volatility is wide, remember, market makers, they don't have directional bias. So they'll try to make as much, they'll either try to make their money from volume or from dollar. And now they can't get volume. There's no liquidity. So they got to make it from dollars. So they're going to make the spreads extra wide. You've got to be careful here. Got to be really, really careful here. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. All right. Let me do my signals. I have both. I have a two-sided market. We stay two-sided right now. I'm not really favoring the longs or the short. Frankly, I have absolutely no clue where the market's going to go. And yes, I'm allowed to say that too. Grab that from Jim, Matt. That's very good. Um, just relative strength all the way. Go for the top and the bottom. Forget about everything in between. It's not going to help you right now. What do you mean, Roger? You spend 2 hours a day analyzing the market. You've been doing this for 30 years. How come you can't tell us market strong directional bias? Because I don't have one right now. I don't think the market has one right now. I don't have a clue. I'm with the market right now. Nice, David. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Yeah, short term, I have very little directional bias. Held on to the Cisco from the calendar spread. It's up 179%. Very nice. Grab that too. So again, let me give you my list. Integral Life Science. We always start with a short list. I don't know why we should start with a short list, but for some reason we do, and we like it that way. So we're going to keep. Nice, Alan. Look at that. People making money on my picks. Uh, uh, NE or NEE, Alan, because both of them were on my list. So look at the daily chart. Look at the intraday chart. Don't they look the same? That's what you want to see. Uh, stop loss. Nice, nice. 22.75%. Oh, God help us with the options today, please. We're gonna run into some problems. I could smell it already.
Oh, those look great.
Yeah, they look fantastic, right? Do I even want to look here? No. I mean, look at this. Forget it. There's awful spreads. My short list is very small today. Very, very small short list. Look at the intraday. Look at the daily. Hey, Moondog. Hope you're feeling better. Right here, 158.80. You have to make it yourself. Just copy this down or watch the replay, Moondog. So glad to have you back. Clyde missed you. We all missed you. There you go. Stop loss right here, right around 156.70. CHRD. Told you we're gonna have trouble today. Nah, no good. A lot of problems with spreads. We don't have a lot of selection and we have bad spreads. Nice spread. That was on our list. I told you about TJ Maxx. Ben, I really like this one a lot. Matter of fact, uh, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus trade if I can on this one. Yeah, 22 put, 30 days out, September 20th. Ben, wait for a pullback to the VWAP, which is at 21.31. You want to wait for a pullback to the VWAP, 21.31, 21.30, and then you want to buy the 22.50 put expiring September 20th. Okay. I'm not joking around about this trade because I really like this trade a lot. And it's a trade that I'm considering for the pit. I just don't think that we're going to get to the VWAP today. So it's a very I basically I'm giving you a trade where I'd love to get it, but I don't think anyone it's like Hail Mary pass because I think it'll just continue moving down. But if it comes up, I'd really like it just a little bit. Maybe with this volatility, it will. We'll see. Who the hell knows? Yes, my cousin's daughter is married to one of his sons, actually. Really nice guy, Anthony. Nice, Cyrus. Save time and look at the spreads. Sometimes will, but sometimes people take him anyway. Yeah, it's not the worst advice, Will. Thank you. 21.75 expiring September 20th. 67 Delta, 21.75 expiring September 20th. Stop loss right here, probably about 22.80. NE, we come to NE. Yes, sir. NE is here. About 40-ish. 76 Delta, 40 put right there. Could probably get it for about 360. Yeah, it's coming to about 370, 360. Anyway, I like this stock. Also, look at the daily and look at the intraday. They don't look all that different. The 3750, Steve. Now, Steve, you asked me a question. You asked me for something. Did I answer your question or did I not? Oh, no, that's Charter. Oh, but that's next. So I gave you, okay, so I wanted to do this stock in gap to green, okay? I did. This was a choice. I literally wanted to do the stock for gap to green. I asked Matt, here, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. Look. I'll prove it to you. I know that we have a trust issue here. I'm just kidding. We don't, but let me prove it to you. See, look. This morning at 7:43, take a look at Charter. Gap green setup. See that? Literally this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is what I'm doing before I start my morning show. And then I looked at the spreads and I noticed the spreads were kind of wide. So I was like, you know what? I'll just give it to you guys here as a bonus trade for free. Okay. So this was a red meat trade. So I'll just give it to you guys here for free. We would go about 23 days out. We would go 60. Yeah, what? We'll do a spread. We'll buy the 350 put and we'll sell the 345 put. As long as you could do that for less than $3. Nice. Did you do the same one that I'm showing right now, Steve? Did you do? It's got a 0.50 delta right here. Remember, spreads always go to 0.5 delta. 350, 345. There you go. There's your spread right there. I'm just curious if you did. You did. Good. See? Hey Brian, how are you? You see how it's how you're starting to by the way, Oracle is starting to move up again. I don't know if you guys if anybody's still in it or not. Anyway, that's the last short trade. And Steve, I answered your question. So now let's talk about the long side. RMD. I don't think you answered my question, Matt, about those two stocks that I asked you about, RMD and GEHC.
I mean, if I liked them,
Yeah, you never answered my
I
question.
did.
Oh, okay.
I said,
Okay. Well,
not my favorite.
yeah, well, I like this. I like it. Touching the 8-day EMA.
It's
Uh,
your daily. Yeah.
let me go to calls
Look at
here.
the intraday though.
Yeah, it's
It's not holding the VWAP.
nice, Alan. Good. We don't always agree. We don't always agree.
No, we do not.
And that's okay too. You buy the 220 call, you sell the 230 call for less than $6. RMD. GEHC. Another one I really like. Also looks like it wants to come up a bit. 23 days to go. This will probably go to the 81 call. 81 call is fine. September 13th expiration. Getting a lot of people. Thank you, John. You too. A lot of people posting nice feedback today about their trade results, Matt.
Yeah, it's I've noticed. They've been keeping me pretty busy.
Leslie, can you explain when to close a spread trade? Leslie, I did a video on it and I put it in the members area. Day one, 10%. Day two, 15%. Day three, 20%. Day four, 25%. No soup. Close the trade. Excuse me. All right. And you can put those limit orders in as soon as you place the trade. Cisco. Oh,
So you can put one
excuse
of
me.
them in.
Yeah, you just put one of them in. You don't put all of them. I like
Well, I
Cisco
didn't know
right
if
now.
I was maybe I didn't know about that order type.
Thanks, Vivek. Grab that from Vivek, Matt. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
They do have something similar though for futures trading, like a waterfall order,
Yeah,
but
which is really nice.
I've never seen it in options.
They do. They have them. They have them. 70. I think TradeStation has them.
Nice.
74 Delta, 48 call, September 13th expiration. No problem, Mark. You should be pretty close. It's at 86 now. I mean, another 10 cents or so should get you out. I still like the trade. Nothing changed. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, Gaston. Yeah, we went from short to long in 1 week. Sometimes I'd even do it in 2 days. You know, there's a story, Gaston. Since you're studying to be a financial advisor, read the first Market Wizard book. Read the interview with Stanley Druckenmiller. He talks about how he made a bet on the currency market and how he was down several $1,000,000. Good luck, Gaston. And how he changed his mind midstream and he went down from being down like 4, 5, $10 million to being up like 30, 40, 50 million. I don't remember the numbers. I'm lying about the numbers. He was down a
Guessing.
lot and he turned around and he made back and he's like, Market Wizards. The first Market Wizard. It's a classic. It's the number one book in trading. I worked with several people in that book, including Tony Saliba and Richard Dennis's pupils, the Turtles. Yeah, I really like that. So far, out of all the stocks I gave you today, I like that Ben, Ben. I really like that Ben stock. All right, Cisco, 23 days to go, 48 call right here. 48 call, September 13th expiration. Roblox, this started going on my radar today. I love the intraday, love the daily. Looks like a great day trading stock. We want to go 23 days out. We want to go to 70. Actually, we want to go to 78 delta. Let me show you guys something. This has 9 volume. Look at the spreads. 40 cents. This has 0 volume. 10-cent spreads. Roger, why don't you ever look at volume? Isn't everybody tells me to look at volume. Why are you looking at the spreads? What the hell do I need to look at volume for? Why not just look at the spread? I could see the difference right here. This one has volume and it has a 30-cent spread. This one has no volume and it has a 10-cent spread. You look at volume, I'll just look at the spread itself. Yeah, Murray, 15 trades in a row, pattern trader won. I think actually it might have been even more than 15, but 15 is fine.
I think I know the reason for that.
For what?
A lot of people say look at the volume or
Why?
the open interest. As I think people are conflating two different ideas.
Yeah.
If you want to know if the option, this is my opinion, if you want to know if the option's good, it's viable to take for your trade, just look at the spread, right? That'll tell you everything you need to know. Is it wide or is it not wide? Wide or tight? Uh, that is when you're using that because the underlying is the thesis for the trade. When people are focusing on volume and open interest, I think those people are looking for the volume and open interest to be the thesis for the trade because they're trying to follow order flow.
Maybe.
And if you
But
believe in that nonsense, then yeah,
yeah,
go ahead. But
I only believe in looking at the actual spreads. I can look at the spread and I could tell you if the market maker's an asshole or if he's a nice guy or a gal.
well, they're always
Don't
assholes.
don't look at volume. Just look at the spread. It'll tell you more than you need to know. You could tell the spread is very, very good here. All right. Stop loss right at the 200-day moving average. Maybe, Ray. Maybe. How many people we got on YouTube, Matt?
51,
Beautiful. Look at
48
that.
now.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, everybody on YouTube. Glad to see you here.
Jody, Eric, two Erics.
Oh,
Eric with a K, Eric with a C.
double whammy. Anyway, 38.80 as a stop loss on roadblocks. And we would go with 23 days out. We would go to the 70 delta, 40 call, September 13th. Volatility is crazy today, but the market's not going anywhere. Shopify. Still like the stock. But you know what? I want to wait for it to get above this level, above the 70, the 80 level. Let's just hold off on this. That's weird, John. That's weird. Very weird. Must have not been a market for it. I'm not sure if it's New Market Wizards or the first. I think Drunken Miller is in the first Market Wizards, but you double check. The first 2 books are the only ones you need to buy. The other ones are Market Wizards and the New Market Wizards. Paul Tudor Jones. I mean, you need to watch. You definitely need to get those books. Hey, Alan, you took that VTLE trade, huh? Nice. Okay, got it. So it's the New Market Wizards. He's in the second one. Yeah, you want to read those books like 20 times. I read those books about 20 to 30 times each before it all kind of came together. What was neat is this. You've got a lot of turtle traders in that book not telling you what their system is. I knew what the system is because I traded with Curtis Faith. So it's very interesting reading those interviews, and they're trying to hide the system after knowing what the system is already. So if you guys do that now, you already know what the turtle system is. So isn't it? It's totally a different thing reading them right now, those interviews right now. All right. So I like to listen to Drunken Miller too. Um, all right, let's continue. Continue. MCD, McDonald's. I like McDonald's. I do like McDonald's. Roblox, either 40s or 39s are fine, Thomas. Either or. Right here, we'll put our stop loss right around the 278 level. I didn't give shop because I don't want you guys to going into shop because I wanted you to wait for it to hit a specific level. There's a reason for it. It's pink sparkles. MCD right here, 280 call right there. This stock. Actually, you know what? I like the stock a lot. Quite a lot, actually. Um, I'll put a stop loss right here about 345. Let's see what the options are. 360, 380. We could do an option here. We could either buy the 350 or we can buy the 350 and sell the 360. Either or is good. THC, which has nothing to do with THC. It's
Which is such a waste.
right. You think a ticker symbol would be THC. 151 is a stop loss. 30 days out. 77 delta. 150 call right here. 150 call right there. All right. Is Kane in the room?
Yep.
Kane, can you come on here, share your screen? I wanted to give you some extra time so we don't have to rush you today.
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Enjoying the session and the discussion here. I just had something to chime in on that volume and open interest. And this is a case where I believe people are taking an idea from one area of the markets and trying to apply it to options. So normally volume does indicate liquidity, but when you have a market maker who literally he writes every single call or every single put into existence the moment someone wants it, that volume becomes a lot less meaningful. So volume isn't really going to give you any really good information when it comes to an option. It will on the underlying, but if you try to apply that to a specific strike on a specific day, it's just not going to be that helpful. So I think Roger's right. I'm with Roger all the way. That spread is going to indicate how easy it is going to be for you to get in and out. And someone said something like, there was a 10-cent spread and I couldn't get out. Well, I guarantee you, if you went in at I guess you're trying to sell. So if you went in at the bid, then you would have been closed. It's just the market maker didn't want to play ball. He didn't want to do it anywhere in between. He just only wanted to execute at his price. And that's why he never got filled.
Yeah, the market makers is who's going to decide, not the liquidity. The market maker makes the decision, not liquidity. By the way, guys, if you didn't get out of Oracle, here's your second bite of the apple. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kane.
And unlike the underlying too, they have a float, right? There's only a certain number of shares outstanding because the options are a derivative. I mean, theoretically, you can have as many as you want, as many as the market wants.
Yeah, that was Greenspan back in the day. People were concerned about America's ability to pay back the debt. And there's this quote, it's all over. Like if you go back and search like Yahoo Finance or any of CNBC and go back to the 2000s, you can still find the quote where the headlines where Alan Greenspan literally says, what are you talking about? We literally print money. We can pay back any debt we want to. So understanding how that all works is really kind of important, and making sure that you don't take an idea from one area and try to apply. It's kind of like Roger says with all the indicators. They were designed for commodities. Why am I going to apply it to stocks, at least without tweaking it? Right. So you just want to make sure you're applying the right ideas to the right area of the market.
Right. Absolutely.
And I had a real quick question for, I think it was Gaston. Gaston said he's doing the CFA level 3. I'm just curious, what's the motivation behind that?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I think someone said that they were going to take the CFA. Oh, you're a financial advisor.
He's
okay.
Gaston. He's in Uruguay. He's in a different country. So
okay.
he's got his own thing going on there. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So as a portfolio manager, a lot of people had their CFAs, but not everyone. I never got my CFA. And I can tell you that on a resume, it looks good, but in actual performance of a portfolio manager's performance, it was a terrible predictor of whether or not someone was actually going to be a good portfolio manager. So I just wanted to
I think
drop
Gaston
that in.
will be the first person to agree with you.
You know, you can sound really smart though when you have it.
Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
Really
Gaston says, yes, I agree. At least he's honest about it, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Gaston. It's more about portfolio management. Absolutely, Gaston. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. So thanks for having me back. There was one more thing before I got started. Someone asked Roger what book I got the Zig Ziglar quote from last time. That was from a book called See You at the Top. It was You're designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. I was the one who added that you're programmed to fail, actually. So we want to undo that programming. You're programmed to fail by your environment, by the stories that people tell, by your education, just like we had some confusion over volume and what it means in the context of options. Well, volume means something over here, but it doesn't mean the same thing when we were talking about it in options. So we get programmed with these ideas and misapply them. And that's one reason why we are actually wired to lose. And so we want to continue that process of rewiring you for success. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let me see if I can get my presentation. I'm back. Thank you for all the love notes and love letters, and for having me back. I'm excited, and I am going to continue that rewiring process and delivering some really impactful lessons to hopefully get you to start thinking about things slightly differently so that you can have consistent success in the markets. So quick summary of last time. We want to follow institutions, and we do that by looking at institutional activity, and we can predict, or we can see where institutions are going by utilizing that secret to predicting the future that I shared with you guys last time. Once we know how the institutions are going to behave and act, then we can position our own trades to take advantage of those moves. So following institutions and predicting their future leads to really high, incredible win rates, like the 95% in the trading pit, or even Roger shared with us two programs in the last 2 days. He shared with us the Stealth Surge and the pattern traders, and those have, both of them happen to have 77%, and those are excellent win rates in the industry. If you have a 60%, 65% win rate, it's already considered amazing. So 77 is very, very, very impressive. So the rewiring that I want to help with you guys today has to do with what win rates really mean. And I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through the messages here. Just make sure I'm not missing something. Can I provide slides? Yeah, I'll send them over to Roger or whoever, and they can distribute them. Yeah. So what does rewiring, what does a win rate actually mean? What you're seeing here is just a screenshot of some software that I wrote that simulates a 1 million trades. So I say, hey, I have a system. Let's assume that it goes at 80% and run it, and it will spit out all these statistics based on 1 million trades. Okay. So let's see what it means to have a 77% win rate.
A little Monte Carlo simulation.
It's a lot of some of that. Yeah, a lot of that, and a lot of other things that I threw in there also. But most people, they say, hey, 77 win rate. Okay, I'm going to win 77% of the time. And that's about as far as it goes. We don't really understand what that really means. So 77%, we said, hey, we have a system that's 77%. Let's go and play it for 1 million trades. And sure enough, we got back a 77.03% win rate, basically spot on. And now we're going to shift these samples. Instead of the million population, let's shift around and look at samples of 100,000. Well, the worst performing 100,000 sample was 76.92. The best performing was 77.31. That's still pretty close. That's really close to 77. What is interesting is when we start to get to the smaller sample sizes. So let's take a look at 100. The worst performing 100 trade sample only won 60% of the time. And the best performing won 91% of the time. And then if I go down to just 20, look at that. 25%. The worst performing sample of 20 was a 25% win rate, and the best performing was 100%. So if we go in and Roger says, hey, I have this great system, it wins 77% of the time, and I go and I buy that program and I take the trades, and a week later or 2 weeks later, I go, hey, I only won 25% of my trades. This is a sham. He lied to me. The answer is no. No, he didn't. This is perfectly normal and acceptable and expected within a system that has a 77% win rate. It is possible. If you told me you only had a 10% win rate, then I'd be oh, there's something wrong here. We need to dig in to see, are you executing the trades properly? Is there something wrong with the system? Is it truly 77%? But if you come in and you tell me I only won a quarter of the trades, I'd be like, wait a little longer. Wait till you get to 100. Wait till you get to 200, because you'll notice that these two numbers, they will squeeze in tighter and tighter into that 77% win rate. Okay. So all the people who freak out and just say, oh my God, I lost a trade. That is within normal expectations. So Roger always says that any good trader knows how to take a loss. So we have to know how to take losses and know when something is normal and when something is abnormal. And this number is probably a surprise to most people, if not everyone, because you wouldn't think that you could lose 25% or 75% of your trades in a system that wins 77% of the time. But this is telling you that it's normal. So don't freak out. Just give it a little bit more time. The other thing that we, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's kind of like, it reminds me, a few years back, I went with my wife to Lake Winnipesaukee, and when the planes were actually able to get me there without any trouble. And I was there for a week, and it was middle of summer. And for the first 3 days we were there, it was raining really, really hard, and the weather was nasty. And I'm like, I don't want to come here again. I don't like this. The weather's bad. What's wrong with it? I was being a baby. And then for the rest of the trip, the weather was fantastic. And it reminded me of the examples that our traders come to me. They buy a system, they take 3 trades, they have 3 losers. I'm making all this up. And your system sucks. How can I lose money? It's kind of like, do you think Lake Winnipesaukee sucks because you were under rain for 3 days in the summer? Come on, of course not. But it's the same mentality. It's the same mentality. You can't draw a conclusion based on how the weather's going to be for the rest of your life based on 3 days. And you can't, same thing with trading. You can't do that. Sorry, Kane. I just wanted to interject that little dose of reality in there.
No, that was great. That was perfect. And then Carrie had a comment here. So assuming you use a normal distribution. Yeah, that is true. So this is based on randomness. So randomness in a normal distribution. We'll talk about things that can influence that and change that in just a little bit. But right now, we're just assuming everything is random. So you can also expect that in a million trades, we did have an occurrence of losing 9 trades in a row. Okay, 9 trades in a row. So that means that that has a couple of implications. If I join and I see a losing streak, I don't freak out if that losing streak is 9 or under. Right? So, but I should also say I need to allocate based on the fact that a 9 losing streak is possible so that I don't lose all my money after 9 trades. And I still need enough capital left over in order to keep on trading so that I can recover my account. So you probably don't want to do 1/10 either, because if I have a $5,000 account and I trade it down to 500, it's going to be kind of tough to get it back up to 5,000 and even higher. So this
just to add a little flavor to just to give you guys a little flavor to what Kane is saying right now. Professionals like to use 2%. 2% on each bet. Sorry, Kane. I just wanted to give people a little, idea of what a good number is. Go ahead, please continue.
No, thank you.
Yep.
So we have some sequences here as we say, okay, well, these are consecutive losses in a row. So we never experience 10 or more. So again, if you see a 10 losing streak or 11 losing streak, that to me says, uh-oh, I need to reevaluate my system because maybe it's not a 77% or something else is going on. So over here, these are the percentages. Sorry, they're kind of out of order, but 77% of the time, I'm going to lose just one in a row. 17% of the time, I'm going to lose two in a row, and then three in a row. And you can see that from here, it starts to drop quite dramatically. And so at 6 losses in a row, that's only at 0.5%. So we can do the same thing with the wins. And someone just shared with us that we have 15 wins in a row on the pattern trader. So let's take a look at that. 15 wins a row, statistically, to arrive at that randomly, there's only a 0.6% chance of that happening. But it did happen. So what does that mean? It means that we're not operating randomly. Why are we not operating randomly? Because we have Roger and Matt at the helm. They're directing this ship. They're not allowing these numbers to just happen randomly. They're picking and choosing the trades. They're adding value to the system. So we don't want to look at a system in isolation. We also want to see who's running that system. And what this is telling you, if they can achieve 15 in a row, which randomly, statistically, is only a 0.6% chance of that happening, well, they're doing a pretty damn good job, right? So I think everyone would agree that they're doing an excellent job running these systems. So I just want to show you guys that. So yes, this would show you randomness, and then the actual performance shows you how far we deviate from randomness, and that these guys are doing amazing.
Well,
so
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so I wanted to show you just real quick for a 95% win rate. That is the trading pit. And same thing. So if I just do a sample of 20, then the lowest that we ever experience is 65% win rate. So if I lose 35% of my trades, I'm not going to go crying to customer support and say, hey, why did I lose 35% of my trades? That's to be expected. If we come and say, I lost half my trades, 50% of my trades, then we would start to investigate and say, okay, something weird is going on right here. I also want you to notice something. 184 wins in a row was the maximum number. And I don't know what the longest streak in the trading pit is, but I think it's in the hundreds. And so again, that's going to be an incredibly low percentage, like sub 1% chance of you arriving at that randomly. So again, this ship is being run very, very well. Right? So, and then I would just want to show you real quick, 90%. Again, you can expect that it is possible for you to make a 50 or have a 55% win rate on a sample of 20. And the most that we would expect to lose in a row is 6 trades in a row. So that helps you allocate. If I say I'm allocating $5,000 to stealth surges, $5,000 to the pit, $5,000 to some other program, then I can allocate, instead of just using a blanket number like 2%, I can fine tune my percentage and that way I can maximize the amount of money that I'm making. So hopefully that gives you what happened. Sorry about that. So hopefully that gives you a much better idea of what win rates actually mean, because this is a much deeper look into the meaning of a win rate. And professionals, institutions absolutely understand this. And that's why they all take this kind of broader mindset, the portfolio mindset, rather than an individual trade mindset. Okay?
This is such good stuff, Kane. I'm so glad you're here because I've been explaining this kind of stuff for years. This is just so refreshing and so good. I mean, like I could just sit here, relax, and have you teach this instead of me, and I could just play with Clyde. Do you guys see why I have this guy here? Isn't this fantastic? Another guy who understands how things work. Nice. Very, 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 very nice. This will be in the members area. Gaston, every time Kane will have his own members area and Telegram and YouTube channel. But till then, what Matt is going to do is it takes a day for these videos to process. So what we do is I have Matt take the part that Kane is on, process it, put it on my YouTube channel for now, and I send you guys a link on Telegram channel. Okay, that's how we'll do that for now on. But we're gonna have Kane in here at least once a week. till he launches his product and services. And I know you guys are loving this. I know you guys are loving this. Don't tell me you guys are not loving this, because I know you guys are loving this. So, Kane, yes, he is always going to be invited, and you guys are going to see a lot more of him in the near future here at the pub. But till then, he's going to be our guest. He's going to be on at least once a week, and I know you guys love, love, love having Kane on here. I know I've gotten tons of emails and requests, and if it's interesting to me, I know it's interesting to all of our folks, and this is very interesting. And this is what I've been telling you in different words, that when you're using probabilities, you have to have a certain expectation. And what Kane did is he quantified it so well. I honestly could not have. I couldn't have done a better job myself. This is very, very, very good. Thank you, Kane. Thank you so much for coming on here today. If you'd like, please stay on while Matt. Are you done with your segment, or do you have more things?
I can share more, or I can be done. It's all good. I can always save
let's
it for
hold
next
off.
week.
Let's hold
Yeah.
off till next week. Matt, you still have 10 minutes if you want to do seasonality, okay?
Okay.
Take folks through. And again, thank you, Kane. Really, really nice having you here. Appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, it was a great presentation, Sylvia. It really was. Thank you, Hadva. That's the kind of people I want to introduce you to, guys who really know really know what they're doing, not with $100,000 account, guys who've been trusted with 10, 20, 30, 50, $100 million accounts. He is fantastic at it.
I hope
he is
I
fantastic.
hope he comes on and finishes his Gamma Squeeze talks.
He will. Maybe we can ask him to do that next time he comes on here, okay? And do the full presentation of that. He's right there. Kane, would you do that for us? Would you we can't hear you.
Sorry. For sure, I'll come back on. I'll give you all the juicy details that you guys want, all the explanations.
Yeah,
You'll
people
see
do want
exactly
that.
how we use this. Yep.
Yeah. When was Kane's last presentation? It was about a week ago. And I posted a link on YouTube. If you type in Kane on my YouTube channel, it'll show up. This one will be available in about 24 hours from now. That's how long it takes for don't ask. Zoom processes it. It's a big pain in the ass. And then we'll have him on. But thank you once again, Kane. Thank you. So
Thank you guys. Thanks.
Yep. So go ahead, Matt. You take over. I'll sit in the background. I'll go ahead and hang out here. And please don't leave. Pay attention to what Matt has to say, because seasonality right now is one of the few things we actually have to lean on. We don't have a lot to lean on right now. Okay. So just FYI, take it from here, Matt.
Well, hopefully it gives us something to lean on, which is not always the case. All right. Yet again, alongside is kind of all over the place. That's pretty much what we've been seeing for a little while, just choppiness, not a lot of directional bias. This is in the seasonality reports. You're not seeing a lot. Here is the short side. Could have swore I just heard my name. We're looking at these profit factors again, kind of split. Just kind of worked out like this, that the bottom seems to be stronger to the short side than the top. Utilities, I think we saw that one yesterday. It's actually those are okay numbers, but everything else is, you can look at it to see which way the scale is tipping, but it's not tipping enough to really make me want to jump into something, if that makes sense. I didn't explain that very well. What I meant was, it's something we can notice, but it's not something we want to act on. There we go. That's much better. Okay, consumer discretionary is rocking it on 10-day hold. Super strong. 82%. Profit factor. 17 trades, got a large sample size there. That's really strong. Basic materials, it's all the way at the bottom here. That one's also somewhat strong. This is definitely a little more out of the ordinary, especially for 10-day hold. That's highly unusual. So that's something to take note of. Let's look at the numbers. Momentum numbers. Wow, almost dead even today. 166 on the long side, 157 on the short side. Again, just kind of hanging around in the middle. Both are performing similar, but neither are performing that well, which is interesting. Really just indicates randomness. Okay. Let's look at 10-day hold. 76 to 70 and 223 to 60. So that's decent. Let's check out our profit factors, though. Profit factor is net gain over net loss. If you're referring to the profit factor, yeah, you are. It only has 5 trades in the sample size, so you'll notice most of these insane profit factors will have less than 10 trades because it's a lot more easily manipulated. Oh, no, profit factor. I had it right. Okay. Let's see here. 362 to 1. So overall, you're leaning slightly bullish. Although I would expect the market to lean slightly bullish. Most interesting thing I saw was that XLY. I really do want to kind of narrow in on that. If you don't know what I'm referring to, you buy the data miner software and you'll have access to the data miner and these analog sheets, if you will. All right, this is what I was looking at. That's very unique. Let's take the consumer discretionary will be consumer cyclical. And it is rather large. So let's actually do it like this. I'm going to pop these in their own table. Well, we're going to lose Yum Brands there because I didn't bring the labels, but let's look at the accuracy. So a good portion of them are over 60. Say at least 60% or above 60. And let's look at profit factors. So it's like 80% are profitable. What's the minimum? John says, what's the minimum number of trades for viability? 10. Very minimum. Why don't I compare it to today's chart? Sure. Here's the chart. This thing's been on a tear. Hey, you know what would be neat? If you could see like this period of time kind of add it all together at the same date every year. That was a joke, obvious to some because we have it. This is the data miner right here. We can go to calendar, look at, oh, nope, then we need to go to ETF calendar. XY. And did we snap to today? Yeah, that's very strong. Man, this thing doesn't go under 0 until September. Fred says, do I think it's too late to buy? These are all gold names. Yeah, it's that Newmont. Well, you got a kind of a mix there. Newmont's a stock. AU, I think that's a stock, but GDX is an ETF. So you'd probably be better off with the ETF. A little more diversified. Hold on, I'm pulling it up here. No, probably not. I think you might be okay. You're welcome. Don't go sizing up crazy though. Keep it modest. But yeah, don't it's not the time to push all your chips in. Oh, and one more thing, just so everyone notices. I don't know why this is on a 1 minute chart. Here's the SPY. We looked at this price action over lunch, right when things were starting. If y'all saw this, this was right at lunch. We had a breakdown. And we said, Roger and I said, well, you never trust a breakdown that happens over lunch. Because it's usually, volume thins out. So the ask can get stacked, but then they have no follow through. And what's happened? Literally, we've been green the entire VIP show on the SPY, straight up. So it's always a good reminder: be careful with lunch or moves over lunch. And with that, I have nothing left. So I will see you all tomorrow. Uh, not new here, and I don't understand what you're showing in the Excel table. It's just so what I'm showing you in the Excel table, which I'm not sharing my screen anymore, is just I'll just reshare real quick. That's a good question. Okay, so you did see the data miner. That's the graphical version of this. This is the first iteration of it. We use AMI Broker, which is not open right now, which is a backtesting software. And we run all these systems, the long system, the short system, and the 10-day hold, which is just a 10-day performance evaluation on a certain date. So today's date at the close, and then we run those. And then we run them every single year, the last 34 years plus. or as far back as we can get data. 1990 is as far back as we can go, or since it's like we're not going to have 33 years of data on Airbnb, but we'll have what's available. It's very strong. I would consider it. It's more just fade whatever happens right after lunch starts. Typically. All right, folks. Have a great day.